Let's talk about eating simply. There are so many people in the support groups that are posting they're struggling, they're not losing weight, they're titrating up on their medication, and they're just not seeing results. And the number one advice that I give that works is eat simply. And now I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Hi, everybody. I'm Allie. If you're new here, I am on a weight loss journey. I am currently on week 10 of taking 2.5 Mounjaro. And I just want to talk about eating simply. So there is an innate human need for things to be spelled out for us, for things to be easy in order for us to make change. And this is why you see so many of the health coaches and dietitians and nutritionists making money off of meal plans, because people want the guesswork taken out for them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, first of all. Secondly, you can do this on your own. If you want to go to a nutritionist, if you want to go to a dietitian, if you want to go to a health coach, absolutely do that. Assuming that you choose the right one, they are worth their weight in gold. So please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you can't or shouldn't go see a professional or talk to a professional, because they can absolutely help you and come up with a meal plan and all of that. But if you want to do it on your own, the best advice I can give you is eat simply. Do not go onto TikTok or YouTube and find 50 different healthy food recipes and blow out your grocery budget and then come up with a meal plan where you're cooking something different every night. Take the guesswork out of it. Take all of the complication out of it. This is one of the ways that I have used to consistently lose 1 to 2 pounds every single week so far in my journey. Now, please keep in mind that weight loss is an individual process and that you may not lose weight every single week. At some point, I know that my weight loss will stall. It's just a natural part of the process. But the way that I've been successful so far in losing 30 pounds is by keeping it simple. So let's talk about the things that I like to eat. So, while being on this medication, I have found that I like things that I didn't like before. And if you are experiencing this on any level, please give this video a like, comment down below, and tell me, what food are you suddenly obsessed with that you never liked before? And I'll tell you mine. So, I have never been a fan of buffalo wings, hot wings. It was just never my thing. Some people love it. I was always like a ranch, like a dry seasoning ranch kind of gal. If you've had the Walmart ranch wings, then you know what I'm talking about. But buffalo sauce, not my jam, right? Let me tell you, I was researching zero sugar or low sugar, low fat sauce options to try to make some healthier choices, because I am a sauce fanatic. And I found that one of them is buffalo sauce. And I kept seeing all these videos popping up, in my recommended, and they're all like, oh, these high protein, low fat, low sugar recipes, and they're using buffalo sauce. Now, granted, most of them are using cottage cheese, which I'm totally fine with. I love cottage cheese. If you don't like cottage cheese, I completely understand. It's one of those things where you love it or you hate it. But yeah, but buffalo sauce. Now, out of nowhere, I'm obsessed with it. I'm dipping vegetables in it. I'm putting it on my grilled chicken. I'm putting it, you know, on wraps. And oh my gosh, you guys, I've lost my mind with the buffalo sauce. I don't know what's going on. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is green apple flavor. Now, in all my life, in all my 39 years on this earth, I have never liked anything green apple flavored. Not a big fan of green apples. I've had them in some slaws where they're, you know, good with other items. But like green apple candy, green apple drinks, all of that, I just, it's not my go-to flavor. I like cucumber, I like caramel, I like watermelon, right? Those are kind of like my go-to flavor choices, except for recently. I have become obsessed with green apple, and here comes Kevin. Kevin, nobody wants to see you put your pee-pee on my head. This is highly inappropriate. Kevin, I love you, but this is inappropriate behavior. Kevin, what are people gonna think? I love you. I gave him a chew so that he would be happy, and apparently me talking about green apple is just too much. Okay. Be careful. He's like right on the edge of the bed. Okay, good boy. Anyway, hey, are we coming back for round 2? What's happening? I love you so much. Oh, you want under the blanket? You don't want under the blanket. Kevin, I don't understand what you need. Can you tell me what you need? Because you're getting crazy. Okay, forgive me as I lay here very uncomfortably now. I don't know what he's doing. He can't seem to make up his mind. If he wants under the covers, on top of the covers. It's very, very cold outside. Back to the point. Green apple. I have become obsessed with it. I don't know if you can read that because of the glare. I'm drinking. This is watered down. When I can't find things in the zero sugar, what I do is I take half of them out, whatever energy drink it is. I'll pour it into another bottle and then replace it with water. So it's like half. So it's not quite so much sugar. But yeah, I went to 3 different grocery stores to find that. And I'm trying to get, I'm trying to find the water mixer packets. Here he comes again. Because on Amazon they're like $5 a piece, but I see people posting. You looking out the window, bud? I see people posting in the water flavor groups that they're able to find it like dollar stores and grocery stores, and it's only like $1 a box. Okay, well, I'd much rather do that than spend $5 on Amazon. Back to eating simply, because wow, I'm like all over the place right now. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, I'm having these weird obsessions, like food obsessions. So I've been doing a lot of, do you want under the blanket? Come on. Okay, good boy. Finally, he's under the blanket. Okay, we gotta lay down. You're stealing my blanket. Oh man, oh my goodness. You're twirled up like a tornado. What's happening? Oh, Kevin, I love you so much. You're my special, special child. There you go. Okay, cover you up. Now my foot's not covered. Do you have a dog that you love so much, but they're just kind of special? Come on, lay down. Thank you. Okay. Now my foot's covered, but my thigh is not. Okay, I just can't win. Now my other foot's not covered. Damn it. I give up. I give up. Okay. At some point, I'm going to be able to talk to you about what I want to talk about. Okay. That's why I love dogs, because they just keep everything lighthearted. I laugh at my dogs multiple times a day. Okay. Eating simply. So, when I find something that I love that is easily accessible at my grocery stores, that I can put into the MyFitnessPal app, calculate up the calories, and then use that as a meal, I will do that same thing over and over and over and over again. You know how you see people who are meal prepping and they're making, like 5 meals at a time? I do that, but I only do like 2 or 3 days at a time, because I don't like for leftovers to sit in the fridge for an extended amount of time. I just feel like they're not as good, or I'm afraid I'm going to get sick from them. I don't know. It's a mental thing. I'm sorry. So I will make a buffalo sauce, Frank's buffalo sauce to be exact, wrap with a ton of lettuce in it. Grilled chicken, buffalo sauce. I'll measure out ranch if I'm going to put ranch in it. So I think the serving size is 2 tablespoons, and I might do like 2 teaspoons, or I might do 2 tablespoons. It's hard to say. It depends on the day, how much ranch I want. I'll put shredded carrots in there, bell peppers if I've got them, like anything veggie. I will add it to a wrap, because A, it's just going to bulk it up, and B, you just sneak in those veggies every chance you get, because really I'm trying to get in a lot more fiber, and it can be helpful when you're eating high protein or just prioritizing protein, if you've got that fiber to help kind of move it through your system, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, that wrap, sometimes I might eat it 4 days a week for lunch. I might eat it 2 days a week for lunch. If I'm not doing that, I'll do a salad with grilled chicken. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that my latest dressing obsession is the Makoto wasabi ginger dressing. You can find it at Publix. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much takes care of lunch. So if I don't feel like a buffalo wrap, I'll do the salad. If I don't feel like a salad, I'll do the buffalo wrap. Like, keep things simple. It'll also really help you with your grocery budget, especially if you're like me and you're on a tight budget, because I don't have to worry about buying 20 ingredients. That same salad mix is the same lettuce that I'll use on the wrap, right? So try to simplify. I know that we live in a society where it's like every meal is an adventure.
That's Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. It'll be an adventure. We're going on an adventure, Charlie.
Yeah, Candy Mountain, right. I'm just gonna, go back to sleep now.
And you have to eat something different every single day. You don't. I promise you that you don't. If you find something that you really like and you do that even just 2 days in a row, you will help alleviate yourself from decision fatigue. And it just makes life so much better. Breakfast, I don't even worry about it. I know I'm going to be doing a protein shake. My chicken bacon, which if you haven't seen my videos on the chicken bacon, you need to watch them because it's delicious. I've already got it programmed into MyFitnessPal, 3 slices of the chicken bacon, and I know, how many calories that is, how much protein that is, and then I can just move on. Even though I'm on week 10 of 2.5 Mounjaro, I still have tons of appetite suppression, especially first thing in the morning. I'm just not hungry. So I force myself to do the protein shake. If I get snacky before lunchtime, I will do the chicken bacon. But that usually only happens once I get closer to my next shot day. For the most part, all I can do is the protein shake in the morning and obviously my flavored water, right, with electrolytes to super duper hydrate. So yeah, like things like that make life so much easier. And you should absolutely look into doing that for yourself. So if you don't have an idea of what you want, think about what is your favorite lunchtime food. And I'm using lunch as an example because I know a lot of people who work outside of the home, like they really struggle with what to do about lunches. So for me, I love a chicken wrap. I love it. Like a Caesar chicken wrap, now this buffalo chicken wrap craze that I'm on. So what did I do? I made it healthier. I took what I liked and made it healthier. So I'm using those Carb Smart tortillas, right? I'm using sugar-free sauces. I'm opting for grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. I'm making sure to pack in a ton of veggies into those wraps. And I've eliminated the sides that go with the wrap, right? Because we all like to have a sandwich and then a bag of chips. Well, in most cases, unless you're buying the expensive, Quest protein chips, those chips are just going to be empty carbs, empty calories, right? For me personally, I would much rather save that bag of chips and eat it as a snack in the afternoon. So you've heard me talk about before, I really like to do a single serving size of the Sun chips. I will actually get a bag, put the single serving, count out the chips for a single serving, put them in Ziploc bags, right? So all I have to do is grab and go. I would much rather have the chips then and have a bigger wrap with more veggies in it, right? So for dinners, I know that can be more complicated for people because they have families, they have husbands, they have, right? I had a very long talk with my spouse before I started this medication, and I said, look, one of the big things that people are talking about is appetite suppression. I need you to be prepared to handle your own food. So if I don't feel like eating, it's on you to make dinner. It's on you to do whatever you're going to do. I do make her lunches every day for work because she works outside of the home. So I do that, but many times she is on her own for dinner. And because I set that expectation at the beginning of this process, on days that I don't feel well or I'm having side effects from my medication, like last night, I was having a horrible headache. And I don't get headaches very often, but it's usually the day after I take my shot, which was yesterday. So I'm like, hey, I don't feel good. You're on your own for dinner, right? And because I've set that expectation, it's been very helpful to us. So if you're in a relationship where you can have that conversation, or you're just starting out, absolutely do that so that your partner understands that sometimes you're not going to be feeling well and you're not going to want to cook. And sometimes, they're going to be on their own for dinner, right? I see a lot of specifically women posting in the support groups about how they struggle with this with their husbands. And many times it's people who also have children. And I know that that can be very challenging. So if you can plan out your dinners, go for it. And then make sure that you've got healthy options in there. And maybe that means that you make something different for your spouse. My wife just the other day wanted hot dogs. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to eat that because I love hot dogs. But being on this medication, high fat foods can trigger you to become sick. And I was just like, you know what? It's just not worth it to me. I'm not going to do it. But I made her hot dogs, right? Because that's what she wanted. And she's skinny and can get away with eating like that. So it's just one of those things where you are going to have to take it on yourself to have that conversation with your significant other or family members if you're a young person living with your parents. And be ready to jump in and make yourself something that's different than what everybody else has. And that's okay. That's okay. I have gone out to eat with family members numerous times where I get a side salad and a bowl of broccoli. And that's it. Because that's, in some cases, the only thing I can eat on the menu. Perfect example, my wife is currently with family now because they're doing like a Sunday fried chicken get together. I'm not going to be eating fried chicken. So what would I do? I would bring something for myself to eat, right? I would make one of those wraps and take it over there, or make a salad and take it over there. And I would certainly bring enough for everybody else if they wanted some. And if not, I'll just bring it home with me at the end of the night. It's okay. So anyway, I blathered on long enough. This week, I want you to challenge yourself to simplify. The easier you make it for yourself to do your grocery shopping, to do your food budget, to prepare your meals, to make healthy choices, the easier you make that, the farther you are going to get and the better off you're going to be, and you will see the results. Okay, I'm going to jump off of here. The dogs are barking now. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe so that you make sure you don't miss any videos. I've got some recipe videos coming up. I've got some fun stuff with the dogs coming up, so make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.